So carbon capture and utilization is about reusing unavoidable emissions to transform them into products that have added values. So for example, e-fuels, chemicals, construction products that can bind CO2 permanently. And CO2 can be one of the levers to mitigate climate change and to tackle it. It's not the only way. It needs to go hand in hand with other activities like deploying renewable energy, like sobriety, like energy efficiency. And so right now there's 150 CCU projects, so carbon capture and utilization projects in Europe. But CCU is also about potential. So we estimate that by 2050, about 8 gigatons of CO2 emissions can be reused and transformed into added value product. And so the logic of CCU is really to use the unavoidable emissions, so either from industrial point sources, from biogenic sources, or from direct air capture, to transform that CO2 into products that we use in our everyday life. And that's why at CO2 Value Europe, the concept that we use is the one of defossilization rather than decarbonation, because the logic is to say we need to keep the fossil resources in the ground and to recycle the existing carbon into usable products. And two examples that we can give of current CCU projects that are ongoing. One has been launched in December 2022 in Ghent in Belgium. The company that is at the head of the project is called Lanzatech, and they're working with ArcelorMittal to reuse industrial exhaust gases from ArcelorMittal to transform it into recycled carbon fuels and chemicals, and producing ethanol that doesn't come from fossil resources. Another example that we can give also in Belgium is the carbstone technology developed by Orbix together with Vito, where CO2 is reacting with waste from the steel making processes and being binded into bricks that are being used in pavements in the city of Ghent. So that's two examples of reusing CO2 in a way that makes sense and where we are giving a second life to unavoidable emissions. All in all, CCU is only one part of the answer. It's not the only answer to mitigating climate change, but it can help in particular companies to defossilize their emissions in the coming years.